265,000 petitions were delivered to the Prime Minister's office this morning. The petitions were obtained through the World Wildlife Fund's ongoing campaign, which started in April 2016, the largest petition effort ever for Belize, where people locally and globally are calling on government to put in place the measures needed to get the Belize Barrier Reef Reserve System off the UNESCO's in danger list. This means that if the measures are not put in place to get the barrier reef off this list, it may be delisted as a World Heritage Site. So they took this to the PM's front door.
We need to bring this matter to the attention of the Prime Minister, and so we have launched this international campaign. And so we have had a lot of support both in Belize and abroad. And so we want to ensure that the Prime Minister is getting these emails, is getting this message that people here in Belize and around the world are concerned about the status of Belize's barrier reef system.
Is the Office of the Prime Minister expecting these emails today?
Yes, we had a meeting with the CEO of the Prime Minister to make her aware of this fact. We are actually very happy that she graciously accepted to meet with us, and we had a good discussion. And so yes, they're expecting these 265,000 emails today.
Has she indicated if there will be a response given to WWF based on what they read in these emails?
Well, we are expecting after today that we will hear from the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister doesn't have to respond to WWF. The Prime Minister should speak to the Belizean people about his position on this matter. I think one of the easiest things to do is to go to panda.org/Belize and send your petition to the Prime Minister today. The website is still open. It will remain open. Our target is to reach 1 million petitions. We are at 265,000. And hopefully we can get to that number.
In 1996, the Belize Barrier Reef System was designated a World Heritage Site. But since 2009, the Belize Barrier Reef Reserve System has been on the UNESCO's in danger list because of mangrove cutting and the threat of offshore oil, among other threats. The WWF says that some grounds have been covered by GOB. But today they want to remind them that there is more to do to get off the in danger list.
We know that they are doing things to address the indicators, so we wanted to encourage them to press the accelerator pretty much to try and address the remaining things that haven't been addressed. So far, they've addressed the issue of having an integrated plan and in place by developing and enacting the Integrated Coastal Zone Management Plan, and they are currently working on the Coastal Zone Management Act to add some legal teeth to the plan. So far, they are working on revising the mangrove regulation, the national mangrove regulation, and we believe that is supposed to be finished by, the expectation is that that's going to be finished by the end of March, But the outstanding values, the outstanding issues are, that needs to be addressed pertains to ownership, land ownership, within these systems. We know that, within these each of the World Heritage Sites, there are islands in their keys, and some of those are publicly owned, some of those are privately owned. We know that for those that are privately owned, some level of development might occur, will need to occur in there, but we are asking them to have stronger development restrictions on those privately owned land, and for them to not sell any more of those islands and keys, the publicly owned ones, so that no further development can happen, because development can impact the health of the systems around them. Within the ask from UNESCO is for them to ensure that no oil exploration activity will compromise the health and the outstanding universal value of the World Heritage Sites.
The WWF team did a symbolic walk over to the Prime Minister's office to deliver this envelope with over 250,000 petitions to the office of the CEO. Supporting the team today was Oceania Vice President Janelle Chanona.
Oceania is here to support today the World Wildlife Fund as it delivers the more than 250,000 letters of support from around the globe. And it's really important to us because that only proves to be the exclamation point behind the tens of thousands of Belizeans that have been and continue to say no to threats like offshore oil to our marine resources. So we're very proud, and we want to join in the thank you to the people from around the world that care about what's happening in Belize. And we want to, of course, help to emphasize the point that what we have offshore is a World Heritage Site, and that means that globally it's also important to millions of people around the world. We have been on the World Sites in Danger list for more than 6 years, and I think it just emphasizes what has become sadly a disturbing reality, that someone here in Belmopan has to be saying yes to offshore oil, because if so many Belizeans have been saying no, if now we're seeing evidence that hundreds of thousands of people are saying no to offshore oil in Belize, and yet 6 years later we still don't have a clear legislated position on offshore oil. Sadly, that just goes to show that in terms of our macroeconomic strategy, we're still not certain of where we're going. We're promoting tourism on one hand, and yet we're still toying with the idea of offshore oil, which can destroy what we have in terms of tourism, in terms of fishing. So that is the reality that we have to grapple with.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.